everyone, welcome back to my channel today. If you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Jordan and I am so happy you're here. Today's video is going to be an influencer review. I recently got this in the mail, not trying to show my address. I wasn't really sure based on this box which product I was going to get because, oh, it's upside down. Okay. Anyway, I wasn't sure which product I was going to get based on this box because with my other influencer packages, it'll usually say the brand on the packaging, and I wasn't really sure what this would be, but to my surprise, I was very excited. I received the Too Faced Born This Way Natural Finish Foundation, and oh my gosh, they got my exact shade. This is my exact shade that I have in their concealer that I've been loving so much lately. So the fact that I saw that that was the right shade, I was like, wow, they really paid attention to my survey. If you don't know, Influencer is an app. If you don't have the app, there is a website, and they did just rebrand, so I'm still getting used to the new setup and everything, but the way it works is that you would fill out these different surveys, and those surveys, based on what the content was, would lead you to writing reviews for different products. Now, it's not just beauty products. There's health, there's wellness, I work in juvenile, so baby products are just always in my mind. There's food. You can review food. Alcohol. I reviewed alcohol in there too. Any category really that you can think of, it's going to be on Influencer, which is so awesome. It's just that all in one place to review products, and you can just search anything that you want. If you really just want to read reviews about a certain product, you can just go to that website or the app and read whatever review you want. Not every single product is on there. Some searches I've done in the past, I wasn't able to find a certain product, especially if it was discontinued. Sometimes the discontinued product is still on there, but there are some products on there beauty-wise that didn't even show up. But for the most part, I've seen a majority of the products. Today's category is beauty. It's mostly beauty that I receive when I fill out these surveys. Now, every single time I fill out a survey, I don't always get a Vox box. This is a Vox box, but half the time I do, which is awesome. Getting product to try out, and I don't necessarily have to record a YouTube video. I just love doing it because getting sent product from a brand as a content creator is just so major, and I love it, and it's just a lot easier for me to try out some products. So I'm really excited to try out this Too Faced foundation. This is also oil-free. It's an undetectable medium to full coverage foundation. I'm definitely a full coverage kind of girl, so this is perfect for me. I do believe that, I'm not seeing it here now, but I did originally avoid this foundation at a point in my life when I was much younger. I'm still young, but this was when I was maybe end of high school, early college, middle of college. The reason why I was told to avoid it is because one of the ingredients is salicylic acid, and at the time I was very sensitive to that ingredient. Not so much anymore, might be a little bit now. My face has been freaking out lately, but I just really hope that this works because I still am looking for a great foundation. This is also hydrating with coconut water, so I just want to mention that because I know some people cannot use any form of coconut or are allergic to coconut. There's alpine rose, it helps empower skin's health and resilience. Hyaluronic acid gives a smoother, more youthful appearance. On my left side of my face, I used this Urban Decay All-Nighter Face Primer, and then on this side, I don't have any primer, just to see how it works with a primer and how it works without one. But I'm very excited to get into this video, so without further ado, let's get into this video. Product, very pretty. This is a very popular foundation. It has been around for a very long time. It has the little lock cap, so if you are traveling, it's not going to spill, but you do have the cap. But if you lose the cap, it has a lock. So I usually pump any face product on the back of my hand. Okay, so it's a little bit thicker, but it is starting to run down my hand, and I would say that is a pretty good match. In the viewfinder, it definitely looks like a good match. However, in real time, it does look a bit dark on my hand. I am just going to put this on my face. Ooh, my mirror needs to go here. There we go. So again, this is the no primer side. It's looking more pink and peachy than, oh, that was a lot, than I was expecting. Blend that in. What does this smell like? It's not like a heavy fragrance, but it doesn't smell like their concealer. It's like right at the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. But I'd say that is amazing coverage. Wow. Like, I know I'm not done blending, but you can literally see how much coverage that is giving me, which is exactly what I want. There are times, and kind of recently, where I want to go like a little bit more natural, but I've tried that on my office days and it literally just does not last on my face. For being at work for like 9 hours and then by the end of the day it looks like crap, I have to go with full coverage. I need something to stay on my face. But even when I am going out, whether that is with family or it's friends on a weekend night, or I'm filming a video, that I just really want this really nice foundation that is, even though it's going to be dark in the bar, I just want it to last on my face. I don't want to have to worry about it if I accidentally touch my face and product comes off, which I know can happen with almost every product, even with a setting spray. But I just need something on my face to last. That is all I want. And for it to match into my skin too. This is such a good match. Wow. It's also 7:26 p.m. on a Saturday. So I don't know if the lighting is going to look a little bit weird since it's darker outside now. So with the no primer side, it literally looks so good. Even though I have been experiencing some texture, it looks like it's improving the texture. Like, it doesn't even look that bad. It actually looks pretty good. My forehead looks pretty good. Overall, it looks really, really good. So you can clearly see the difference between foundation and no foundation. So if this is your kind of makeup preference, I think this would be a great foundation for you. And now, it's gonna happen every time. I'm going to apply it on the primer side. I don't know if that primer is breaking me out though. I haven't been using it. My skin has been clearing up. I was using an expired version and that was really breaking me out. So that did contribute to all the acne I've been getting. And also I realized how expired it was because when I opened this new one, I was like, oh wow, that's what this product is supposed to feel like. It has like a little bit of a slip to it, a glass effect if you will. And I just was not getting that with the expired one, and it just really made me realize, throw out your products when you need to. If they're more than a couple, well, depending on the product. Some products really can like last a little while longer, but just be careful of those expiration dates. I don't want you guys to break out or anything. And also with the texture, my face has been bit dry lately. It's never ever been this dry in my life. I've always had really oily skin. Even some like hydrating products like are looking kind of dry on me, which is annoying. This one not so bad. The reason why I mention that is because this area of my temple is looking kind of dry. There's a little bit of texture, but this is how it looks on the primer side. It covered up my chin pretty well. I can see like there's like icons on my screen, so I have to like go like this, but I can still see a little bit of redness. If a foundation like really covers up my chin, that's how I know it's a good one, because my redness tends to peek through almost everything. It could be just that I didn't wait a long time for my primer to really set. I did wait 10 minutes maybe, so I thought that was a good amount of time. I do think it is looking more textured with a primer, which is interesting. I can definitely see way more texture right here than I can on this side. Especially in my mirror, I can really tell the difference. I would definitely choose the no primer side. It doesn't even feel like anything is on my face. That's what I really like. Maybe just like a smidge, I can feel a little bit of it because I just applied it. But for the most part, I can't really feel it. So I am going to finish off the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. All right, and I am back with my face done. I did not add any eyeshadow. I'm gonna be taking this off after this video at some point. But I went into my bathroom lighting and I thought it was interesting, and I may say texture a few times in this video because really it's just what my skin has been going through. But the texture that are like the little bumps on my face and stuff, because I said that the no primer side looks way better than the primer side. In my bathroom lighting, each side looked about the same. Now I know that this is completely different lighting. I'm using studio lighting. I have yellow basement lighting, so there's all different types of lighting. Besides that, I do think still in this still in this lighting, like this side of the no primer definitely looks better than the side with the primer. Everything that I used went on so well. It just blended in really, really nicely together. So I'm just gonna share with you what I used. So for concealer, I stuck with the brand and I used the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This is the concealer that I have been using recently and I've been really, really, really liking it. So just to give you a close-up of my skin after I have applied everything else. And then I found a great combo. So it is this concealer and then the powder is the new NARS Light Reflecting Setting Powder that's pressed in translucent crystal. This is the packaging and it comes with a sponge and just a little plastic covering. It looks like a very non-exciting product, but it literally makes my under eyes not crease. Even when using this concealer, and I use other powders, the powders I was using were making my under eyes crease, even though I know this is a great concealer. But this powder does not make my under eyes crease when I use that concealer. I haven't used it with other concealers yet because that's a concealer that's currently working for my skin. But as time goes on, I'm definitely going to be trying it with other concealers. This was actually my mom's. It didn't work for her, so she gave it to me, and I have been loving it. It is just such a nice powder. And I don't typically go for pressed powders. I definitely purchase loose powders, but I don't know, that one just has been working so well for my skin. It applies so smoothly. I mean, it always does, but even just having this new foundation on, it applied even better. Forgot my bronzer upstairs, but it's the Makeup by Mario bronzer in light. For highlight, I used the Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold palette. And I used the shade 1, which is Original Bar of Gold, which is this one right here. Super, super pretty. I was also applying more mascara, which is the Lancome Hypnose Drama right here. I have a little mini. And I got some on my cheek, so I removed some of the highlight. I tried to cover it up as best I could. I don't think you can really see it, but I know where the dot went. I don't even know how well it can show on camera, but it is a beautiful highlight. And then for blush, I was going to use this one. I still used it, but I forgot that it was cream and I applied all my powder. I don't know how new this is, but this brand is new to my mom and I. The Rose Ink Lip and Cheek Color Cream Blush in Ophelia. And she said that Jenna Rose, I think, on YouTube said that this packaging looks like a toilet seat and how she can't unsee it. And now my mom calls it the toilet seat blush. And now I also can't unsee the toilet seat. So that's what it looks like. Definitely looks like a toilet seat, but it closes really nice. And the color is very pretty. Now, I did test this on my skin without any makeup at all. And it was so vibrant. And I just applied it with my finger. And I didn't even get that much on my finger. But this time I applied it with a brush and I just did a dab on a tissue just to get some little excess product off. And then I started applying it onto my cheek and the color came out really nice, but it also applied really well over all of that powder. Powder highlight, setting powder, powder bronzer. It just applied really, really nicely. I think all the cream and liquid blushes nowadays you can put over a powder, but maybe a few years ago that wasn't really the case. I do actually really like this color. In my viewfinder it's looking a little bit more peachy. In person it's more like a peachy pink. On camera I think it looks more peachy than anything, but this is a really pretty color. This is one of my mom's like new favorite blushes. Very excited for that. My setting spray, I used the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Setting Spray Plus. And then another Rose Ink product. This actually did not work out for my mom, but it works out for me. I have it on right now and it's a lipstick. Who knew? I don't wear lipstick. The only other lipstick I wear is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude. It's really pretty and actually works for me considering that it's a nude. And usually nude colors do not look good on me at all. It has to be a very, very, very specific tone. But this is the satin lip color in Demure. So this is the packaging right here. It's really cool. All of their products have a magnetic closure. It's just a really pretty mauve color, but there's a fuzzy around my nose. But it definitely has a little bit more pink, but still kind of neutral, but definitely more pink, which is what I look for. It's very rosy, I guess. And it just works so well against my skin tone. I wore it yesterday. I feel like I'm way too close. It is just so comfortable that I completely forgot I had it on. Now, there were times where I was eating and drinking and I felt like it maybe bled slightly, or just, you know, when you wear a lipstick, you're like, oh, I need to fix something a little bit, but it wasn't anything crazy. I still ate and drank throughout the day and totally forgot it was on, and it looked completely fine. So I think that this is a great lipstick, and I will definitely be wearing them more often now that I have one to wear, and that will match with a lot of different makeup looks. Back to the main focus of this video is the foundation. Oh, this is also, I think, a glass bottle. It has a frosted effect to it, but it's definitely glass. So just be careful of that when you're traveling. So I really like this foundation so far. I'm definitely going to be trying it out with other primers that I have and without primers. But so far I really like the no primer look, or at least the no primer side anyway. Now I feel like I'm too far away. Oh my gosh. I almost said hail or fail. I used to do hail or fail. Now I just like took it out. My nose is so itchy. Oh my gosh. Wow. Basically, ever since I became born again, for some reason, like, hail or fail just, like, seems so not, like, the right thing to do. And you've seen my I Got Saved video, and even one of the videos after that about, like, 4 things I stopped worrying about when I started reading the Bible. There's just a lot of things you come to a realization about when you start reading the Bible, like, good and bad. And hail or fail was just one of those things that I was like, yeah, no, I'm just not gonna say that anymore. So I almost said like, oh, I would give this a hail. So what I'm gonna say now is that I would definitely recommend this foundation based on first impression. I am praying that it really works for me. Beyond this first impression, that would be awesome. And just the fact that it was also my shade, that's what I was really impressed with. For the most part, I can find my shade in foundation and concealer, but it really has to be the right undertone because I'm cool to neutral. And sometimes it could be way too pink or way too yellow. Sometimes if I get the in-between, it still doesn't look right. But I definitely think that Too Faced does it right with the Swan shade. That shade matches my skin so well. I mean, you see it. It is a really good match. So the fact that Influencer got that like right on the money was really cool. And I appreciate that. That is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload beauty, health, and Jesus content. And I hope you have the best day ever. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!